How to add and delete notches in ExactFlat Monarch. We're going to start by adding notches, and we use for this our notch tool, which is to add alignment and reference notches along edges, where our piece tagging tool is to add piece tagging information in the center of these pattern pieces. So to do this, it's very easy. We select our notch tool and we click Add. Then we just position the cursor along the edge where we want the notch to go, just like this. Click, and there are 3 notches, just about 3. There we go, there's a third one added. And what's very convenient about this is when we add notches to one edge of a pattern piece, it simultaneously adds a notch to the adjacent matching edge in the precise location where it needs to be. So we're going to zoom in here. We can see there's a notch on the first edge, and there's the notch on the pattern piece of the second edge. And we move to the middle notch here. There's the notch right there, aligned across from the original notch. What we're going to do now is we're going to walk the pattern. You're going to see how accurate the notching is. There we go. See, when we walk the pattern, which is essentially along the sewing line, the notches line up perfectly. You can have a very high degree of confidence that when you put these reference and alignment notches in place, they are going to be exactly when you need them, and therefore the sewers are going to be able to sew the pattern pieces together perfectly as well. Here it is again. We're showing it in shaded view. A little bit easier to see in shaded view. You can see here's the center notch, and we click here on our fine tool to walk the pattern, and as we walk the pattern along the sewing edge, oh, look at that, the notches line up just perfectly. There we go. Now let's try it one more time. This time we're going to go to our rendered view, and we're going to look at our pattern pieces with the graphic image applied, and we're going to see how the graphic image flows across the seam line, and it should flow perfectly and align perfectly just like those notches. And look at that, it does. There's a notch, and as we walk the pattern, you can see the graphic pattern, the graphic image pattern that is, lines up perfectly as well. Now, if we wanted to make adjustments, we can just go back into our notch tool, and you can see here the notches are numbered from 0 to 2 in this case because we have 3 notches. However, we can also delete notches if we want to. We simply click the notch and click remove, and there it is gone from the original edge as well as its adjacent matching edge as well. Let's try that again. We simply, well, we're going to close out here. And we'll line these pieces up. And you can see, even though we deleted that notch, the other 2 are just lined up perfectly. Now here we're going to show both of them disappearing at the same time. You can see them both there. Let's click remove, and they're both gone. It's very convenient. It's very easy, and it's very accurate. We could reapply those if we like. Let's just close out of here. And that's it. That's adding notches and deleting notches in ExactFlat Monarch. If you have any questions, go to exactflat.com/monarch.